pick it back up. Look at the marketplace. This is where you can buy miners, which you can also sell your miners. But you can see here all kinds of different things. You know, there's a lot, some that look really rare looking. Those are typically going to be more expensive. In this case, it's not. Um, $20 is pretty good. 21 isn't bad, but 20 is probably the best you can get around here as well, just like buying your own. But the beauty here is you can pick which one you want. Um, oh wow, 17.66 if you got 30 grand. um, and then every now and again you'll see one of these that's like $100 per terahash. There's one that's 57. It's 1 terahash, but it looks kind of cool, and that's what they're going for. Way too much, I think, for a really cool, unique miner. Like something like this, it looks really cool. That's what you're going for. Um, Absolutely, $21 per terahash is great. You get this cool looking miner. That doesn't quite do it for me. Um, but I did buy one myself just to see how that works, and that's this guy. I don't remember if I had 30 to begin with or if I upgraded since then. Doesn't matter. But this is one I bought just to see how it works. Um, and you know, basically, it's just normal. I mean, this one is giving me 30.28 terahashes. However, that 38 is included in my total power, which goes to my reward, of course. Um, but then that does not count towards things like VIP status and whatnot. So when you need to get up to 500 terahashes to get to that platinum 1 level that we were just looking at, right now, in terms of that system, I'm sitting at about 456. So me personally, I'm never going to buy one of these again because of that pure fact. But you know, if you're into it, you got some cool ones out there. I just bought that one to see how it works. And similarly, you could sell yours. You know, I'm not selling any and don't really intend to. Back to this, you can buy one and just upgrade the heck out of it, or you can buy a bunch. I just bought a few just to see what's going on because of the rarity and stuff. I did end up with this guy. He's in the 10%. I don't know, it's kind of neat looking, but nothing like we saw in the marketplace. Um, Talked about the discount. Let's see, there's liquidity. I don't do this. Honestly, I don't know a ton about it, but the general point, I think, is you put some money into the system that you're not actively using, and you get rewarded. The money you put in the system helps others, essentially. You steal your money, you take it back, but you get little bonuses if you do that. That's my general understanding. Again, I don't do it. Now, here's something I am going to do this week when I get paid. It's the governance tokenomics. You can look at all this fun stats, but here's where uh, you make the money for this section. If that calculate button's going to work. Oh, almost there. There we go. Okay, so basically what we're doing here is you're going to say, I will not be able to use a certain amount of my Gomining tokens, a certain amount of my money. You can lock it anywhere from a week to 3 years. There's this max, which I assume is more than 3 years. But let's just look at 1 year. You're getting almost 8%. That's probably in the range of like the typical stock market. 8 to 10% is like the average on the year. You know, if you take like a 10-year average, sometimes it tanks, sometimes it does really well. But the average is about 8 to 10, from what I understand. So you lock your thing in for 1 year, almost like the stock market. Except you just can't take your money back for a year. Stock market, you put it in, and the idea is you let it sit there. You want to, but you can take it back anytime. In this case, you can't. But you know, if you're thinking stock market type things, where I'm going to leave money in the stock market until I'm ready to retire, you know, unless the crap hits the fan, I'm going for 3 years, and I want to put $500 in. So 500, you know, it's 35 cents, so that makes it about 17.50 Gomining. Is that right? Anyway, it doesn't matter because the math is all the same. So I'm gonna throw about $500, let's say 17.50 Gomining, and I'm gonna lock it down for 3 years. I cannot touch it for 3 years, but what I will get is 8 Gomining every week, and that equates to 24%. So let's just change that 500 to 1,000 for easy math. Put 1,000 in every year, you'll get about $240. And then at the end of 3 years, you get your Gomining back. Between now and then, the Gomining tokens themselves will likely have increased. So you put 1,000 in, you get 24%. And then when you take out what used to be $1,000, it's likely going to be more than that. That's in addition to any interest that you get. because it's just sitting